The people may call their next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people call Richard Senneff.
If you don't mind, I'm going to have to leave the courtroom for a little bit.
Did you need to just step outside?
Yes, is that all right?
Yes. We had discussed this matter earlier, I believe.
Yes.
All right. Counsel has permission, so ladies and gentlemen, bear with us for just a moment.
You don't need to pause the trial. Mr. Gorgian's going to handle it.
Well, that's up to you.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is Mr. Gorgian's going to handle it. That's why I'm taking this opportunity,
fine.
because I couldn't make this.
Oh,
But you understand I need to make this.
That's
call,
fine.
so.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Mr. Chernoff certainly has the authority to leave, and he's just going to step out, and that's fine. Mr. Gorgian, you're going to be handling the matter? Thank you. All right, Firefighter Senneff. First things first, can we remove the exhibit, please, the People's 42, please? Sure. And then Mrs. Benson will administer the oath to Firefighter Senneff. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
Please be seated. Please state your name for the record. Spell your first and last names.
Richard, R-I-C-H-A-R-D, Senneff, S-E-N-N-E-F-F.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let me provide you with some instructions that I give to every witness in every case. The first of which is to please sit back and relax. The second of which is to speak loudly so we can hear you. The third of which is to answer a question which calls for a yes or no by using those terms rather than slang uh-huh or uh-uh. And the last, wait until you hear an entire question before answering it, and that way we won't have people speaking over each other at the same time. Is that all okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Direct, please. Ms. Brazil.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Senneff.
Los Angeles City Fire Department.
And what is your position?
I'm a firefighter paramedic.
How long have you worked as a firefighter paramedic?
27 years.
Would you describe for me, please, your paramedic training? When did you first begin your career as a paramedic?
I became an EMT, emergency medical technician, in 1980. I went to paramedic school in 1982.
What does paramedic school consist of? Describe that for me.
It's a 1,000-hour program. Usually takes about 6-7 months. It's 2 months in the classroom, 1 month in the emergency room, and then 2 months riding third person on a paramedic unit.
As sort of a trainee?
As a trainee, correct.
During these certification training, who teaches those classes to you?
In the clinical setting, the hospital, it's doctors and nurses. When you're in the emergency room, it's the same, nurses and doctors. And naturally, when you're in the ambulance or paramedic unit, it's paramedics.
And once you're finished with the EMT required courses, do you receive certification?
Yes, that's correct, by the county that you're in and the state.
EMT certification. Did you go to work for Mercy Ambulance Company?
I did. I worked for Mercy Ambulance in Rancho Cucamonga area for approximately 2 years, 2.5 years.
And when you left Mercy Ambulance, did you go to work for the fire department as a paramedic?
That is correct.
During the time that you worked as a paramedic for the fire department, did you receive training to become a firefighter?
Yes, that is also correct. I went through the fire department drill tower.
What's your current assignment, Mr. Senneff?
I'm currently an emergency medical technician and instructor at our fire academy.
Is that duties, including teaching recertification to fellow firefighters as well as fellow paramedics?
I teach exclusively to EMT firefighters.
I'd like to turn your attention now to Thursday, June 25th, 2009. Where were you assigned on that date?
Fire Station 71 in Bel Air.
And where physically is Fire Station 71 located?
It's at the corner of Beverly Glen and Sunset.
On that day, did you receive a 911 call directing you to 100 North Carrollwood?
Yes, I did.
Did that call indicate to you information about the nature of the emergency?
Yes, it did.
For the
What-
record, Mr. Chernoff has re-entered the courtroom. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. What information did you receive at the firehouse concerning a particular 911 call directing you to 100 North Carrollwood?
Came over the audio system in the station, cardiac arrest, CPR in progress, 50-year-old male, 100 North Carrollwood.
Patient not breathing?
Patient not breathing.
When you receive this information, is it an audio call that comes into your station over a PA system?
Yes, we have an audio system in the station, and that's how we initially hear it. We then go to the teletype, where a printout comes out on some paper, and we get into our apparatus where it's up on the computer screen.
And exhibit one page, may it be marked People's number 43, please?
It is. Would you like the lights dimmed?
Not necessary right now, Your
All right,
Honor.
you let us know, please.
I will, thank you. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Senneff, please take a look at the exhibit marked as People's number 43. Tell me if you recognize that document. It's also on the overhead projector.
I do recognize this document.
What is this document?
This is the teletype that we got at the station.
The one that you were just referring to in your previous statements, correct?
That is correct.
And before we get to any of the handwritten notes on here, there is typewritten information. Do you see that on the exhibit?
Yes, I do.
Is that what you're referring to as the teletype information that comes into your station conveying information about the nature of the 911 call?
Yes, it is.
911 call concerning the emergency at 100 North Carrollwood come into your station.
1222.
And is that reflected on People's number 43?
Yes, yes, it is. It would be...
Before we get to specifics on the exhibit,
Okay.
I want to ask you just a couple of more questions, and then we'll cover what's on there. So 1222, the call comes into the station, and what's the next thing that you do in response to that information?
We grab the teletype, get in the apparatus, and head out the doors.
What's the apparatus?
I'm sorry. In my case, it was the rescue ambulance, paramedic ambulance.
And are you the driver or the passenger in the rescue ambulance?
I am the passenger in the rescue ambulance.
Who's driving?
Martin Blunt.
When you and your colleagues embark on an emergency call such as this, do you prearrange who is going to do what once you arrive at the emergency situation?
That is correct. In the morning, we decide where everybody's placed. Where you're sitting on the apparatus entails specific jobs and responsibilities.